So we don't need an illuminator, definitely helps under these conditions. And then let's have a look at the laser. There you go. 30, 100, 200 meters. Hi, and welcome back to AATV. I'm your host, Tom Anvil Hibberd, and today we're talking all about brand new SiOnyx Aurora Pro. We've already got a few videos up covering the SiOnyx Aurora. We did a review of the classic model, we've done a review and some coverage on different mounting solutions for your helmet, and also did a quick video on painting your unit if you wanted to do so. However, SiOnyx have recently released the Aurora Pro. Scott Country International got in touch and said, would we like to compare the new Pro to our older Sport model and just see what the difference is with the new sensor and the new processing. In this video we're mainly going to be comparing the performance of the two units and show you what they can do side by side, so you can make a decision as to whether you think the upgrade is worth it. So before we go up to the woods, I'd just like to caveat this video with a few remarks. My primary use for the SiOnyx Aurora is in games of Airsoft, and that's the context with which I'll be comparing these two devices. I hope other users of the Aurora will still find this video interesting, and you'll be able to directly compare the performance of the two devices. Let's just run through a few uses for the SiOnyx Aurora. You can use it like it was really intended, as a handheld monocular and a low light action camera. Airsofters and some other users have been pressing it into service as a helmet mounted night vision device. You can also attach it to a tripod or other mounting device and wirelessly stream the footage to a phone or tablet. You can also mount it behind a red dot or other optic and use it directly for shooting. If you do so, you need to make sure your optic is of decent quality to make sure the light can get through, and that you can turn any dot or reticule down low enough that it doesn't flare and bloom in the device. This mount came from Chris at CJHdesignsUK. Okay, I'm going to mount the Aurora Pro onto my Line Gear Solutions fast bridge and take it up to the woods.
Hello.
Sweep. So we have a 3/4 moon, no clouds in the sky. So the Pro is, even under these, the Pro is very slightly crisper.
Yeah?
Yeah. Better image. Okay, that's day. And we'll flick it over to night. It's just, all it really does is take an IR filter off. Which is why it now looks all a bit weird and purple, because it sees chlorophyll effectively as purple when there's not a lot of ambient light. So the Pro it's got a slightly better picture at the moment, even in night mode. So 9:15, just walked under the tree canopy with the Pro and the Sport. Just do a quick sweep. We use this location multiple times. So that's the outside. Both are in night vision at the moment. Now they're both in twilight mode. That's pretty amazing. See them gating. A lot more grain on the Sport than the Pro at the moment. Really quite getting more apparent in twilight mode. Pro's holding up really well. So on the day the Sport's pretty much washed out now, fully grainy, and the Pro's still just about holding up. Okay, day mode. It is 10 to 10. Pro's still just about usable in day mode. Sport really isn't. Flip to twilight. Quite a marked difference between the Pro and the Sport. Night. So if I look at this entrance now into the woods, naked eye, quite difficult to see anything. That's the Pro and the Sport. I'll go into the woods, into a dark bit. Okay, so I can't actually see more than about 5 meters with my naked eye. I can see into the wood with the Auroras. See the grain on the Sport. Nowhere near as much grain on the Pro. Do the same slow sweep for you. It's the light area with the moon coming through. Okay, the last sweep for tonight. We are at 10 past 10. SiOnyx and SiOnyx Pro under night vision. That's Phil over there with a head torch on. Going back to the car. So this is on first location. You can see the shadows from the moon quite clearly. Sport's doing okay with the moonlight, quite a lot of moonlight. There's no ambient. Oh, there's no other light sources other than the moon at the moment. And obviously Phil down there, but that's not doing too much. But you can see how much that shows up. So that's these two. I can see about 100 meters naked eye. Under tree area, we'll get out of the way of the moon. With naked eye, can't really see anything, quite honest. Obviously my eyes are looking at light, so they've not adjusted, but can't really see anything. Pro's starting to get grainy. I'll come out tomorrow with a laser and illuminator and show you the difference. The Pro's Sport's now starting to go. Actually, I can't really make out much with it. Struggle even to navigate with it. Pro is, I'm sure I'd want to fight with it, but I can certainly navigate with it. Going into this dark area now. Be careful navigating. You can see the picture as it gets darker starting to break up. So even on both of them now, you couldn't really make out a target. Just about see where the path is, that's about it really. Just my own safety, I think I'm going to break out my phone. So this is just the light from my iPhone. 50% moon, about 30-40% cloud, so it's fairly overcast. There's no light source here other than the sky. I'll just do the standard sweep for you. I've turned it onto grayscale now, so this is grayscale, 30 FPS, 360p, so this might give us a bit more sensitivity. This is our normal second location. Under the trees. We're in night mode in grayscale. Pro is definitely performing significantly better than the Sport. Quite a lot of grain. Playing with the gain a bit, but still significantly better. The Sport's pretty much washed out and useless at this point. Pro is probably just about okay for navigating. I'm not sure I'd want to use it to fight with. I'll put on a KM2. So much difference that makes. This is a Surefire flood illuminator. Well, again, it can throw light 200 metres away easily. And then the GMP D-ball laser. Okay, so we use the Surefire. Brilliant picture with the Surefire. Really very nice. Looking into the tree line. With the D-ball. Much nicer picture with the Pro. Just do just a D-ball on. And that is the Surefire illuminator going on while they're in colour mode. Again, 30-40 metres, 100 metres, 200 metres. Okay. So we don't need an illuminator, definitely helps under these conditions. And then let's have a look at the laser. There you go. 30, 100, 200 metres. Illuminator on. And finally, laser. Pro is a lot better with just a little bit of light from the even just a little bit of light from the laser. Pro picks up is significantly better. But is it good enough for Airsoft? Well, let's get back to the studio and wrap up and have our final thoughts.
We've had a really interesting few evenings out filming with the Aurora Pro and my Aurora Sport. There is a significant difference between the two. The Pro is much better in low light and has a crisper image. The question I know I'm going to get asked a lot about the Aurora Pro is it good enough for helmet mounting in games of Airsoft? If you're looking for a fun, relatively low cost, effective way into the world of playing airsoft with night vision, this could well be the solution for you. However, that does come with quite a lot of caveats. If the team that you play with has extensive high quality Gen 2 Plus or Gen 3 users, you may well be a bit of a liability. You will need to go to an IR source earlier than they do, and obviously that could completely compromise your team. If you're out playing by yourself, you will also have to use additional IR sources like an illuminator before users of good Gen 2 Plus or Gen 3 units. To get significantly better performance than the Aurora Pro, however, you're going to have to spend significantly more money, somewhere between 2 and 3 times the amount. That may be impossible to justify to yourself or to your significant other. However, a low light action camera that you can use to film friends, family, holidays, as well as playing games of airsoft with, may well be a much easier purchasing decision. Overall, I think the SiOnyx Aurora Pro is a huge step up from the previous editions. It's a capable night vision device and a really sensible first rung on a potentially very expensive night vision ladder. It'll get you a lot of experience of running night vision, playing at night, and you can think about stepping up later to a more expensive unit. A massive thanks to Scott Country International in the UK for the loan of the review unit. If you're looking at purchasing an Aurora in the UK, please have a look at their website and see what you think. I've been Tom Anvil Hibberd for AATV, comparing the SiOnyx Aurora Pro to the SiOnyx Sport. Please like, subscribe, ding that bell to receive notifications, join our Patreon if you'd like to help the project, and above all, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. We've already got... Whoa. Shush.